Well. Welcome back. It's 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And so you know what that means. That means that from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, live from the Chris Reeve, capital of the world. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. And if you're on the live stream chat, chances are that, just like me, you're probably also not at Bladeshow. Yeah, not at Bladeshow. Look, 3 years running. We just hit the 3-year anniversary for the channel. Give it up for that. Smash the like button. Especially all of you replay heroes, those of you who watch the live stream after the fact. You know, I appreciate you, every single one of you. The ones in the chat, the ones that are live, the ones that are not live but will be watching later. I always enjoy going back and looking at the comments and seeing who actually watches the live stream after the live stream. And so I leave the content up. It's weird because YouTube doesn't always like show the live chat after the live has happened immediately. There's like a 24-hour delay. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it's because you guys keep breaking the chat with all of your chats. What was in the pocket today? Let's talk knives. What was in the pocket today? In the pocket today was this guy. Oh man. The Cortex XL. The Craig Brown Cortex XL. Look at that big old hollow grind on that blade. And listen, I'm going to be the first to tell you that it's not what I would consider to be an optimal Rockwell hardness for MagnaCut. Is it the end of the world? No. Do I still love the knife? Absolutely. Is it plenty hard, to cut stuff? Yes. It's just not optimal. And I'm very open about that. I made a video about that. People wanted to know if you could only have one and it came down to the Mojave or the Cortex XL. Listen, don't make me choose. That's like, if you could only have one of your children, because the first one, the rule follower, they're good. The second one, you would choose both children. I would choose both. I did choose both. That's why I have them both. Is the Cortex XL the middle child? It might be. It might be. I still love it to pieces. It's just got that one thing, right? What was in your pocket? Let me know. If you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments section. If you're live in the chat, shout it out in the chat. And if you're part of the Only Spartans Discord, shout out to the Spartans. You know what to do. Post the pocket check already. Dang. I posted the first pocket check for the pocket check live stream today at noon. I was like, there's so many people at Bladeshow right now because nobody's posting anything. Everybody left me. Do I wish that I had gone? No, listen, I just moved. You might notice the background's different. The room is different. The recording studio, if you could call this a studio, is different because I'm in a new place. I'm in an entirely new state. I moved 1,000 miles away. No longer am I in the Spyderco capital of the world. I moved. So yeah, I'm getting back into the swing of things. Recently posted a video today. Most recent content on this guy. The Corgi V295. Get out of town. Listen, I don't care. I don't care. Like, there are some true blue haters out there that'll see that a video was posted, not watch it, and just post hate comments. They help as well. Believe it or not, they help as well. It's weird. I feel like I've got like a dedicated group of Vosteed haters that just they look at, they're like, oh, Vosteed video, quick, assemble. And I look at other people's videos on the same knife. They don't get the same kind of responses. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let me know in the chat, guys. What do you think of Vosteed's Vancor lock? What do you think of this guy, the brand new Corgi V295? It's really good. If you haven't watched the video on it yet, the review is live. Watch it after the live stream. It's a good one. It's a good one. Spoiler alert, I absolutely love this roller flipper. I'm calling it the roller flipper, baby. It's kind of like, flicking a Bic lighter. But instead of flames, you get 2.9 inches of rock hard steel. All right. Enough of my humor attempts. Let's go ahead and say hi to all the good people in the chat, guys. We're going to rip through it. Let's go. Henry G, welcome in. First person in the chat as far as I can tell. Yeah. Marco, not far behind. Thanks for being a channel member. We got Ground Fog in the house. Bluetooth Blades, the Pawns, Mike and Ike's EDCs. Level on up. Hold on. The chat likes to jump. Vavelsky, we got Bluetooth Blades, Ace Paylone. I'm scrolling as fast as I can. The Night's Edge, first channel mod in the house. Spartan kicked the like button for the channel mods. The guys that do the thankless, payless jobs. I appreciate you. And did you know the Night's Edge has his own channel? Go check him out. And if you like what you see there, make sure to drop a sub for my man Neil. What's up, Neil? Good to see you. Welcome into Larry Curvin. Wicked Dream Design says, love the hat, bro. Dude, I had to switch it up. I did years. I did like 2 years on the original channel hat, and I still have it. I didn't throw it away. What I want to do is find a company to partner with and like make my merch with them. I've been approached by several companies that are like, join our affiliate program and blah, blah, blah. Like, there's plenty of that out there. I want to find a truly bitchin' hat company that's like, you know what, you wear hats in every single one of your videos, 700 plus uploads, a hat in every single one of them. There's some value there. I want a company to approach me and say like, you know what, your channel is not about hats, but you wear one in every single video. Who knows? Hat collaboration? I don't search for them. But if you know someone in the hat industry, send them my way. Mike and Ike's EDC says, Roll, what's on the agenda for tonight? Well, you know, I thought we might check out some videos from Bladeshow to, you know, just to see, you know, we could live vicarious. We might not be there. Some of you guys might be there. If you're at Bladeshow right now and you're checking into the live stream, you're a true blue diehard. Because if I was at Bladeshow, I'll be honest, I wouldn't be checking in on nobody's live stream. I would just be at tables and stuff. You know, Probably. Let me know. Are you at Bladeshow watching this live stream? Somebody out there. On the agenda tonight, we're going to do pocket checks on the Only Spartans Discord. We're going to check out some newly released knives or some new acquisitions at some of these retailers. Because some of these retailers have like Bladeshow knives already, like American Edge. They already have knives from Bladeshow. Bladeshow's not even over yet. It's still Saturday. I don't understand, but apparently it still happens. Also, I'm still getting unpacked, so I thought it might be fun. I've got a box of my own knives right here that I carried 1,000 miles with me. I was like, wouldn't it be fun just to like blindly reach in and then you like unbox a knife that I already own? Let me know. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Let me know. I don't know. The regular is what's on the agenda today. Let's go. Let's see. Larry says, you mean people watch this live? I guess. What's up, Gas Station Knives? Thanks for being a channel member. Ed Durbin in the house. What's up, Ed? Thanks for kicking it with us tonight. Let's go. Greg McCutch, another channel member in the house. Let's go. Lone Star Cowboy says the carry of the day is the Cold Steel Tiger and the Civivi Vaquita 2. Very nice. Paul Mills. What's up, Paul? Welcome in, man. Jim Miller in the house says just got back from Atlanta exhausted. Shoot, dude. Did you go to Bladeshow and then drive back same day? Jim is a champ. I just got off the road. I don't want to go back. It's why I didn't go to Bladeshow this year. Jason Beecher, welcome in. It says 22 likes, 35 in here. Let's fix that. Let's do that, guys. Spartan, kick that like button. Please let people know that we're live. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome into Jay Kors. Get in. Jay. Welcome in. Soul 7 says, I hate it as I hit the checkout button. I've been there. Oh man. I'm scrolling. What's up, Cat Scratch? I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. I probably did. Hold on. Hey, Tom Cook. I knew I was missing somebody. What's up, Tom? Welcome in. If I missed you, I'll get to you. I promise. Some of you guys might be looking at the chat going, what's up with like the extra logos with the crowns and the rankings? What is Rollshambo doing? Guys, I'm going to show you something real quick because nobody seems to believe me. Everyone thinks that I did this. I didn't do this. YouTube rolled this out. Here's the explanation. It's called the Community Leaderboard. And the Community Leaderboard, I'll just read this in case text is small for you on whatever screen you're watching on. It says the YouTube Community Leaderboard is a feature on YouTube live streams that ranks viewers based on their engagement during the stream. It uses a system of XP, earn point for actions like commenting, using super chats, blah, 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 blah. How it works is just what I mentioned. This is what's important. It's an experimental feature. The leaderboard is currently being tested and rolled out by a selected group of creators. Your boy is part of that selected group. Let's go. You know how many times I've had to watch other channels get like first dibs on testing like new features, new creator features, and I just watch from the sidelines wondering like, I wonder what it's like to sit at the cool kids table. Well, apparently it's not all it's hyped up to be, you know. So we're all testing it together. You're part of that select group too. Let me know what you think of the channel of the Community Leaderboard. It's interesting stuff. If I scroll down to the bottom, I can see who's lurking and not chatting. I'm just kidding, guys. Don't feel pressured to chat. Don't feel pressured to, you know, do anything specific. If you're watching, that is enough. That is enough. Anyways, I just thought I would share that with you guys. You know where the real community is. And this is a community that I'm so excited about because this is the community that I built right here. This is the only Spartans Discord. And it is so easy to get in. You just got to be a channel member. Channel membership is stupid cheap. It's as cheap as YouTube lets me make it. If you want into the Discord, that's where you would find it. So I figured, you know what? Usually I wait till the middle of the stream to do this. Let's go ahead and pop off with the Pocket Check. The live stream Pocket Check channel is where if you want your Pocket Check or your carry today to be featured on the live stream, this is where you go. So we're going to go ahead and scroll up to the top where I took a 2-bit photo to start the day off. There it is in the pocket today. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. I also carried this guy. The Peachy G9 is a champ. It's a champ. Listen, this has seen so much tape, so much cardboard. It's been so good. So good. And then, of course, the Cortex XL in my car. That's how you know it's real because I was actually going somewhere. Craig Vincent was the next person. He's got, is that a buck 110? Montana. I was misreading that. Montana. Is that looks like a buck 110. It's that classic knife design. It's not a buck 110. He's got the Mangana Steel Kaimano. He's got the Swift 3. He's got the Kaiser Militop. Why was that hard for me to say? An FM1, which I'm not super familiar with, the Kaiser Phoenix, and an 80-20.5. Thanks for sharing. Definitely appreciate you, Craig. The Pons. Ooh. The Pons, he's got a Katsu knife. Katsu, it's a Japanese company. He's got the Katsu JT03, Olight i5 TEOS, and some Chashu Udon. I would EDC that Chashu Udon. That looks good. Love some good ramen. Hell yeah. Ed Durbin with the Kaiser Momo and Mini Momo, the Exceed Designs Tyrant, the Vero Fulcrum, Leatherman Wave, Tucson Tri-Bar, Power Tack, Hell of a Hanks, Rossum Wallet. Very nice. Ed is prepared. He's ready for the day. That's how you tackle the day right there. Look at that. Look at that Vero Fulcrum Pry-Bar. Hell yeah. Looks good. Thanks for sharing, Ed. Greg McCutcheon coming in with the Spyderco Endura Warncliffe with the backlock. Very nice. I see this all the time. I know this blade gets some use because he's always carrying it. Vivelsky, he's got the... I just did the video on it. He commented that he carried this today. That's the Corgi V295. And then, of course, the Chavez Redemption 229 Kickstop. Ooh. To this day, I feel like I shouldn't have sold the one that I had. I had one, and I sold it. And I regret that. I do. I miss it. I'm like, I want to buy another one, But at the same time, because I had one for so long, it can't be super high on my list because I want to buy stuff that I ultimately make videos for and content for, because part of the hobby is making the content. So one of these days, I'm gonna have a good excuse to buy another one. Today is not that day, but it's still on the list regardless. Bluetooth blades with, what is that? It's the Titanus with a holster. Probably because it's the Titanus. Look at that thing. It's massive. That's what she said. I mean, is it still cringy to say that? Probably. I don't care. Thanks for sharing, Blue. Nice Titanus, dude. Is that a Titanus in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Anyways, TC Blades got the exclusive, the Bladeshow exclusive Fireball with the Damascus bag spacer. I saw Lefty post pictures of these, and that was one of those where I was like, you know what? It's probably for the best that I'm not at Bladeshow, because I would be broke. I would spend my life savings at Bladeshow. This is one that I would definitely buy if I had been there. That looks great, by the way, TC. Thanks for sharing, man. Let's go Dazed. Dazed got, fluorescent camo carbon. What is that? Is that watermelon sugar, or is that 80s? It's kind of hard to tell with like the black light, but it's fluorescent. That's sick, man. Love that. Thanks for sharing. Wicked Dream Designs has been sharing this a lot lately, and every single time I see this, like, I've got one on the desk. It was in my pocket today. Mine doesn't look that good. That looks great. That polish. Maybe I just need to send this one to Wicked Dream. Dude, can you hook me up with a polish like that? That's nice. Did you know that Wicked Dream Designs modifies knives for people? Like, I don't know if his books are open. And dude, I apologize if I just created a bunch of extra DMs in your Instagram that you didn't want. But that mod work is excellent. Gas Station Knives, he's got the axial shift. Which version is that? Which version of the shift is that? I'm not sure, but I love that blade shape. Of course, my fat head is blocking part of it, but he's also got the Remet RT Agile Peregrine Falcon. Looking good. Appreciate it. And of course, the Spyderco. The AI carry. The AI. That is an AI shot if I've ever seen. It's a good looking AI generated image though. I like that. But you know it's not actually a Spyderco because it has a thumb stud. You almost got me. With the AI. You know that's not a real Spyderco, because if it was, it wouldn't say Spyderco on it and it would have a, an uninspired round hole. Wicked Dream says, I couldn't put these down for the day. Ooh, yeah, we got some Kunwu action. Look at that. I like it. Ace Paylone. He's got that is the Neutron, the TRM Neutron in burlap micarta. I think that's burlap micarta on a bunch of raisins. Why? Doc Duck, he's got, what is that? Is that an Emerson? Emerson CQC? Hey, look, that's my face right there. Thanks for sharing, Doc Duck. Is that that's an Emerson CQC? I don't know. It's got the Emerson Wave. I know that much. Not familiar with that knife though. Let's go. Mike and Ike's. He's got benchmade. Is that the tagged out or the bailout? I think that's the tagged out with the little nubbins here on the end. Good looking watch. A Hamilton watch. It's an automatic watch. I love automatic watches. I'm wearing one right now. Very nice. solid carry, of course, with the pen. That's a kit. You can tell like that is a very useful, simplistic carry that gets the job done. You got something to write with, something to sign your name with, you got something to cut with, got something to tell the time, and something to pay them bills. Very nice carry. I like that shot too. It's a solid shot. Let's go chilling and flicking, enjoying the channel, brother. Dude, nice. Very nice. Thanks for sharing. You can tell he's live with us right now. Nick T, he's got a Riot, which I do not recognize. Looks cool though. I like that. It's a really aggressive Warncliffe sax style blade. And then of course the Yan Knives Chevron. Every time I see one of these, I kick myself because I had a chance to buy one in the fat carbon, like what was it? Purple Haze? Was it Purple Haze? That variant was the one that I really wanted and I missed. I missed because I was like, you know what? I'll just get it later. And then I never got it later. David V, he's got what looks like applied weapons tech scales on his Spy 27 Para 3. Very solid, sir. Very solid. I've got some stuff coming for a Para 3 that I just recently purchased. And more stuff coming for another Para 3 lightweight that I already have. Should be a good time. Jim with that's a solid shot, Jim. On the Niagara Specialty Metal. Is that a matte? Niagara Specialty Metals matte? Look at that. He's got the downdraft. He's got the fixed blade, which I'm not sure. And then that's a Tempest Microburst. I love the matching color schemes. Which one is it? It's the Ares EDC Bloom Harpoon. Ares EDC makes some really good looking fixed blades. That's one that I would definitely be interested in. I need to check that out. That's a solid carry, Jim. Very nice. Jim Cox got the, that's an MSI with original goat scales, right? Right? Original goat, I think. Now the question is, are they aluminum or titanium? I'm guessing aluminum, but I'm just guessing. And then of course that is a Lynch Northwest clip, because I'm pretty sure there's only a few options out there to replace the MSI clip. That is one of them. Jim says Bladeshow Hall. Ooh, we get to see what Jim got. That's the Concept Tuckamore right there. He's got the Devo Nip Slip. That's another one where I kind of kick myself because I love the Devo Nip, and the Nip Slip is one that I really like. I really like the way they did that swedge right here towards the tip. Really nice. Devo, that's the new one, the Binge. And then some slippies that, I'm sorry, man, I'm never going to identify those. Jim, I need the deets. I need the juicy details. You know, I need help. Southpaw, he's got a downdraft. He's got I'm pretty sure that's a Neutron 2. Maybe the Atom. Maybe that's the Atom, since that's about the same size as a Smock. Yeah, that's an Atom. Downdraft, Atom, TRM Atom, Spyderco Smock, and then not 100% on this guy right here. Slip joints. Sorry. I'm about as bad with slip joints as I am with fixed blades. Maybe a tiny bit better. And then Drinkwater, he's got the Rex 121 Sage 5 Lightweight. And then that's the Hinderer Jurassic, which is another one that's on my, you guys got some great carries today, guys. Give it up for everybody's pocket checks. Carrying some heat today. And if you want your pocket check featured, how do you do it? Join the Only Spartans Discord. Become a channel member. All channel members have access to this. And once you're in, you're in. So if you decide that times are tough and eggs are expensive, you can end your channel membership and you'll still be welcome to stay in the Discord. We're creating a community, and I'd love to create some merch around this community. So don't be shocked if you see that anytime soon. Only Spartans merch. That could be cool. Hats, shirts, sweatshirts. Let me know in the chat, guys. What would you love to see from that? Anyways, Jaeger EDC says, Reckon mods, I had that plexus you modded for Arcane. Okay. I think I just entered a random conversation. Hold on. Mike and Ike EDC says Roll should choose a favorite pocket check picture. Oh. Maybe we do that towards the end of the live stream. If that's something you guys want, I will definitely do that. I can play favorites. But I might wait a little bit to do it just because some people are still piling in. Some people will post a pocket check during. Cat Scratch just posted this. Wait, I'm gonna turn my head that's sideways. The neutral blue course G10 handle. What is that? Oh, the Buster FG. Nice. I mean, do you want me to pick a favorite right now? I'm trying to figure it out. I don't want to scroll too far. I mean, my own gets disqualified by default because that's a super low rent photo. I swear, if you guys make me choose children, I will. I won't choose. I want to, but I won't choose the AI generated knife. All right. Anyways, I'm falling far behind. I think I missed some supers, so I'm going to go ahead and double check on that. Hey, shout out to David V for the $2 super. He says it was a battle getting those Applied Weapons Tech scales installed. You know, sometimes I know from experience, having modified many Spydercos, and not just scales, but clips and backspacers. I've gotten parts from different companies to all fit together, and I know the challenges sometimes might not be apparent. Sometimes you run into stuff that you were not expecting, even if you're experienced doing that. So I believe it. I've never actually bought anything from Applied Weapons Tech. I've handled a few knives that had their scales. They always feel premium though. So I understand why the fight was worth it. I got more scales and clips and stuff coming. So I'm about to go through that myself, just with a different set of scales. Jim, shout out to Jim for the $5 super. Thanks, Jim. He says, patches. Freaking patches. Patches. You know, it's funny. I don't grow facial hair that well. It doesn't come in fully. Like, I've tried. And some people are like, you know what, dude, you just need to like let it grow. Like, you can't shave it right away. It's more than that, okay? For the record, I'm getting to the point here. I've let this go for like 6 months just to see, right? And while it did like grow longer, and I had like a verifiable beard and mustache, it was still patchy. And ever since that experiment, my wife's nickname for me has been Patches. So just know, every time you guys say patches, I feel a little bit of that sting. As far as channel patches are concerned, it's still on my list of things to do. What I need to do is I need to figure out a good company to work with that is going to be reliable and good quality and decent price. I have never made a patch before. I've never ordered patches before. It's not like ordering stickers. Ordering stickers is stupidly simple. There's even channels that have their own sticker making abilities, like Tri-State. I think Tri-State's wife makes stickers. Patches are different. I would really like to do a cool PVC patch that could be like applied to a hat. How cool would that be, actually, now that I'm thinking about it? What if one of the pieces of merch that we made was a hat kind of like this with a hook and loop on here, like just a rectangular hook and loop. And then we were to, like, once we find this unicorn patch company, right? We get them to do a certain amount of limited patches a couple times a year. And you could just take the patch, put it on the hat. Would that be cool? Would that be something you guys would be interested in? Jim, thanks for the $5 super, my friend. Appreciate you. Bluetooth Blade says yes. Patches. Fine. You guys are killing me with the comments. Let's do. Greg says my applied weapons tech scales will be here Monday for my Para 3. Wish me luck. Good luck, dude. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It'll be worth it. It's always worth it when you're done modifying the knife. Sometimes you run into those issues in the heat of it, and you know what should have been a 10-minute scale swap ends up being a 45-minute, hour-long battle. I've been there. Jaeger says applied weapons tech, their shadow chrome scales are pretty neat. Have them on a PM2. I haven't checked those out before. Mike and Ike says, on second thought, member stickers and patches. Well, we'll just add it to the list. I need to do another run of stickers. That was fun. I really enjoyed doing these sticker packs. It was fun on a live stream, much like this one. I need new designs for the stickers. I need to do that. Right now, I'm just trying to play catch up with all of the all of the review content. I've got a queue of knives that I need to make content for. Recent reviews, like the first 2 videos back after the hiatus. One on this guy. This is the TKL Worn EDC. And then the most recent one, which I released today, was on the Corgi V295. Good stuff. If you want new content, that is out. I've got more stuff on the way, guys, and not just reviews, also other content. So stay tuned for that. Jay Korskinen, thank you for the Canadian $2 super. He says, we don't look at your face, channel patches. Why are we yelling? Loud noises. Jason Cable says, we talking about patches, love him as a designer. Really? I just need to figure out who to work with and then what it's going to cost and then just run it. People want what the people want. Sierra Rick, what's up, man? He says, evening roll and everyone be lurking because I'm barbecuing burgers. Good man. You know, one of the nice things about having moved is that now there's no HOA crawling up telling me that I can't barbecue on my front porch. This is America. Listen, a man needs to be able to barbecue. And I've been enjoying barbecuing. It's one of the first things we did. First week that we got here. Bought a barbecue, bought a lawnmower. Never had to do those things before, but it was worth it. Very happy about that. Grilled food is just better. Period. Kim says, has anyone told you that you have a very seductive voice? No, but thank you. I've heard people say that I have golden tones. They also say that I use a voice changer. There's no voice changer here. I did radio for a number of years when I was younger. And I say that and people are like, you're still young. Between the ages, I did radio when I was in high school. There was a weekly show. And then when I went to college, I got a part-time job working at a radio station, which if the goal was to make money, don't work at a radio station. Even the full-time people don't make that much. So I did that for years. And what it really comes down to is getting good quality equipment, knowing how to speak on microphone, knowing how to set up your EQ, your noise gates, things like that can all affect it. The audio is going to get better because I recently ordered sound panels, like soundproofing panels that will help with the acoustics in this room. Because right now the acoustics are horrible. They're not that great. But again, thank you. I definitely appreciate that. Gas Station Knife says, I only watch a patch that is your face with the 6-month beard. Trust me when I say it wasn't great. Even I tried to groom it, it wasn't great. I didn't do the whole roller thing. Maybe I try that. I don't know. But I was looking at my facial hair the other day when I was shaving, and I have some white facial hair coming in. So I guess if I want to continue to look younger, that I need to, keep shaving. Dan Stan EDC, what's up, man? Ace Palin says, has anyone not told him he has a very seductive voice? Short answer, yes. Yes. Anyways, Lone Star says Shaman lightweight drama. Shaman lightweight? Are they coming out with a... Hold on. Hold on. Real quick, I'm just going to check to make sure I haven't missed out on any new pocket checks. Okay, I haven't. We'll check back on this. You guys asked for it. I'll select a favorite pocket check by the end of the live stream. When? I don't know. Maybe, maybe before the end of the live stream. We'll give it like 10, 20 minutes. Get your pocket check photos in. Who knows? Maybe I'll select yours. Maybe that would be a fun thing to do. I think it'd be fun. Spyderco Shaman lightweight. Are they coming out with a lightweight Shaman? Shaman? No way. You got to be joking. Look at that. What? A lightweight Shaman. I wish they would use a different steel. BD1N is not an impressive steel. I would rather have 14C than BD1N. I'd rather have, 154 CM. There's a multitude of steels that I would rather have than BD1N. Just saying. Hold on. Coming soon. Okay, let's read this together, okay? The Shaman has a well-deserved reputation as one of Spyderco's most robust and capable folding knives. Building on that hard-earned trust, we are proud to introduce the Shaman Lightweight. It faithfully delivers all the proven performance and design features of the original, but in a lighter, more affordable format. The handle scales, blah, blah. Listen. The most important part is the more affordable format. The lightweight scales so far, from what I've experienced, are not great. FRN, not my thing. Does it work? Sure. Is it a sturdy handle scale material? Sure. My issue with the lightweight handle scales from Spyderco is they always have a little bit of flex. Just a little bit of flex. Right? I don't want flex in my handle scales. Nothing makes a knife feel, like a folding knife specifically, feel cheaper than when you grip it and you feel the handle scales flex inward. I don't care if they don't break. I don't want to feel the flex. The main reason to get a lightweight is to get one with a premium steel at a lower cost. In some cases, it can be, like a $50 difference between the lightweight variant and the regular G10 variant. And in some cases, it could be like $100. That is a significant amount of money, especially when a lot of scale makers exist that will be like, sure, we will make scales for this lightweight version. And then you get the good scales with the good steel. And because you paid less for the donor knife, you have more to put towards those. And then you can get, cool handle scale materials like aluminum or titanium or carbon fiber or so on and so forth. That is the primary reason, in my opinion, to get a lightweight. Or you're a backpacker obsessing needlessly over like a quarter ounce. That's it. I've got a regular Shaman. I like it. I don't carry it nearly enough. David V says, the only other issue is the pivot is pressed into one liner. Did you get a Cerakote nail? Okay. There I go. Butting into people's conversations. My bad. What's up, C. Kobe? Good to see you. He says, eKnives has the Manix 2 Lightweight Salt 2 in CPM MagnaCut in stock. No taxes, no shipping charges. I ordered mine. Hey, congratulations. Just have to wait on U.S. Postal Service. Oh, man. U.S. Postal Service sucks lately. Everything that I've been ordering in the last couple months has been via US, like UPS, if I have the option. Because US Postal Service has been unreliable on a good day. Says the Rollshambo EDC logo as a patch would look awesome. Hey, you know what? If I could make it happen, I might need to change it a little bit. Might need to change it a little bit. Jay says, I think they have a Spy 27 lightweight. I haven't tried Spy 27 yet. It's supposed to be Spyderco's like S35 VN equivalent. Kim says, what's the drama on the lightweight Shaman? I don't know. You'd have to ask Lone Star. He said there was drama. I don't know what the drama is. I guess it's, for me, it's just $230 for BD1. Okay, so I'll say this. Usually on Spyderco's site, they will list the MSRP, which retailers never sell them for. That being said, if this is the true blue price that's going to end up on the website, hell no. Hell no. $230 for a Shaman in, like, I'm sorry, CTS BD1N is not a good steel. It's not. And people will make the argument, like, people, I don't know anyone who loves it. If you love it, let me know. It's got awful edge retention. It is highly corrosion resistant. If you really want to know, tell you what, I'm going to switch back to the main camera here while I'm going to pull up the Steel Snobs steel comparison. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. CTS BD1N is not impressive at all. And oh, you know what? You know what I could do? Hold on. Where is it? There it is. By the way, the Steel Snobs knife steel comparison sheet, powered by Knife Steel Nerds, is available for download on the Only Spartans Discord. People ask me about it all the time. All right. Let's see. All right. Well, I pulled it up as an Excel sheet, but essentially, to give you an idea, BD1N. Let's do this. CTS BD1N. There it is. It's got a 3.5 for toughness, a 3.5 for edge retention, and an 8.5 for corrosion resistance. Here is why I'd rather have 14C. Okay, by comparison, 14C rates a 9 for toughness. So severely better as far as toughness. A 3 for edge retention, so it's right there on edge retention. 8.5 for corrosion resistance. So BD1N is like a brittle 14C with crappy wear resistance. Like, come on, Spyderco. Just use 14C. I can't actually pull it up on the live stream because it's on an Excel sheet, but yeah. So BD1N is 14C with far inferior toughness, and that bothers me like you wouldn't believe. Like, just use 14C or LC200N. I would have no issue with LC200N. I'm guessing that BD1N is just less expensive for them. Yeah, I feel the same. I feel like BD1N, and here, like, here's the problem. If this knife right here is listed at their retail price, like, I didn't think they would do it, but they did it on the Bodacious. If this is listed at the like, you can get a Spy 27 Bodacious right now for $230. If they list this at $230 with crappy handle scale material and crappy blade material, I will not, like, no. The primary reason to get a lightweight Spyderco is to get the premium blade steel without spending as much as you would with the regular G10 model. Then you take that savings, you put it towards better scales, and you end up on top. But you can't do that when both the handle scale material and the blade steel is right? Maybe that's the drama. Let's see. Let's listen to Spyderco try to tell me that this is a good blade steel. That ultra reliable lock supports a full flat ground CTS BD1N stainless blade, which is available in both. They didn't even try to pretty it up. It's steel. They pull it from the ground. Right? Tom Cook says lightweight without a wire clip. Yeah, I mean, it's... Maybe that's why it's $230. I don't know. Yeah, I was just mentioning that. The Spy 27 Bodacious is actually decently priced. And probably outperforms the S30V Bodacious, if we're being completely honest. All right. Hold on. Jay says, Rollshambo, you never answered my question if your lawn work is patchy. So right now, the lawn is patchy, but not because of me. Okay, it's not patchy because of me. The lawn work is patchy because the previous tenants like killed the grass. Okay, they killed the grass, so you have grass in like spots and patches, and then the rest is weeds. Yeah. Gas Station Knife says they put a box of knives in my neighbor's box. He was nice enough to bring it to me last time. The neighbor kept it. Damn. That would suck. Because you know what's going to happen? I've had this happen in the past where you ship something to somebody through U.S. Postal Service and the tracking number says that it got there. It says delivered. Person on the other end says, I didn't get it. You submit an insurance claim. And here's where it might not be worth it to buy additional insurance. So I submitted an insurance claim and U.S. Postal Service denied it. And they also denied the appeal saying, well, our tracking shows that it was delivered. Yeah, that was very frustrating. It was very frustrating. Freaking U.S. Postal Service. And after that, I switched to UPS whenever I have the opportunity, either sending or receiving, just UPS. It is historically more reliable. Not perfect. No carrier is. That's okay. But they are historically more reliable. David B says BD1N should only be on kitchen knives, never in EDC. Yeah, because they can yeah. When you have the stupidly thin cutting geometry, then sure. But even then, I would rather have 14C. I'd rather have more toughness. Like, toughness plays a role on thinner edge geometry of giving you more stability in your edge. Especially when hitting something like, a cutting board. Just saying. Kim says, I think the Shaman lightweight is less than 175. It's not even available yet, is it? It says that it's coming soon. All right, stay hydrated, everybody. Don't look at me like that. It's water. It's water. Jim Miller says UPS down here would screw up a wet dream. They all suck. All the carriers suck. Cat Scratch says U.S. Postal Service delivered to the wrong address and wouldn't accept the claim. They have the data on where it was scanned. John Waters says U.S. Postal Service shut it down. Chad K, thanks for being a channel member, says, what's the next Avo Rec exclusive, or what would you like to see, rather? The next Avo Rec exclusive. Avo? I'm not sure. What do you mean by Avo? Speaking of exclusives, though, I'll let you guys in on this. If you don't know about St. Nick's Knives, you should. St. Nick's Knives is popular in some circles, not in others. St. Nick's Knives does a really cool exclusive with 4V and red G10 for Spyderco. Hold on, we'll find it. And so I was trolling I'm signed up for their you know, their newsletter or whatever. They let people know when they have new stuff in stock. Check this out. Hold on. New products. Come on. Yes, we know. We know. So check this out. I know it says that it's sold out right now. It's not actually sold out. They haven't released it yet. This is the Spyderco Dodo. a knife that they say is completely designed in the dark. A knife design only a mother could love. A knife design that looks like something your child drew and then put on the fridge. And it's discontinued. This is what makes this cool, okay? This is what makes it cool. There's a couple things, actually. Number one is it's one of the few knives not named a Manix 2 with a ball bearing lock. Another one they did was the Phoenix, right? The Phoenix, yeah. Anyways, so it's got the ball bearing lock. That's cool. DLC blade, right? I believe that's DLC. I believe it's DLC. It's made in the Golden Factory. It's black. I am positive that is DLC. That looks exactly like all of their other DLC blades. DLC CPM 4V. Look at that. Look at that. And it's so hideous. Have you ever encountered a knife so hideous that it kind of comes full circle and you're like, you know what? I don't know why, but I really want that. I really want that. The last time I saw a like an exclusive Spyderco where a retailer revived the model was the Swish Buoy. And we all know how that went. $450. That's a lot of money. This one is $200, which I actually think is rather fair. And it's going to be on their website. It's their 16th Spyderco exclusive. Friday 13th. So 6 days, like a week from yesterday. This coming Friday, it's going to be available. They're doing a run of 625 knives. I have no idea how popular this is going to be. It's going to go one of two ways. It's going to be insanely popular, and they're going to sell out. 625 is actually a decent inventory size. Or it's going to flop because people are going to agree with me and they're going to say that is hideous. I can't help it. It's so ugly. I like it. And I want one. And there's no rhyme or reason to it. There's absolutely no rhyme or reason to it. It's not fidgety. Like, you don't have enough leverage to flick this blade, I don't think. It's the ball bearing lock, so it's gonna, it's gonna be a solid lock. Red G10. Nobody makes scales for this. Like, this doesn't help me. I can't, nobody makes scales for the Spyderco Dodo. They don't. I can't explain it. I want one really badly. Days D, what's up, man? He says, have you seen the Oz Machine compression lock knife at Bladeshow? No, I haven't. All right, tell you what. Let's do this. I've purposely not watched any Bladeshow content yet. So let's do this. Bladeshow Oz Machine Company. Let's see. All right. I don't know, by the way. I don't know if this is going to cause an echo or not. Let me know in the chat if there's an echo. This is from Daily Knife. 21,000 subs. Daily Knife. Why do I feel like I should know who Daily Knife is?
What's up, Daily Crew? Okay, we're here
it's CDC. It's the guys from the Crispy Donut community. That's right.
Going, man?
I'm good. Happy to be at Bladeshow 2025.
Heck,
Blah, blah, blah. Whatnot. Don't talk to me about whatnot. I've got personal feelings about them.
don't miss out.
Nope. Don't care about whatnot. Show me the knife.
Beautiful.
Oz Machine Company.
I love
The new knife from Big Idea Design.
Nope.
Pocket Kiridashi.
love
That's cool.
lightweight.
Brass inlay.
What do you want to bet they
Let's
saved?
see what I got on me today, man.
What do you want to bet they saved Oz Machine Company for next to last? All right, somewhere around here. Somewhere around here.
Grocery store. This backpack is sitting in the back
Oh.
seat next to me.
That's awesome.
It's what's his name?
Gray light is always
From
on.
Smoky Mountain Knife Works.
These boys right here.
Is that TC from Smoky Mountain? Is that his name?
you go.
TC?
Love you, brother.
Love you guys.
What's up, guys? We're at the Oz booth.
Here we go.
You don't want to miss this. How's it going, Daniel?
Good. Doing well.
Fantastic. Just want to do a quick
Says skip to
little pocket check
18
on you and
minutes.
ask you a couple questions.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm
This
carrying,
video isn't even
David
18 minutes
Roosevelt,
long.
The LMAX blade. This is a graphite finish, and this is the new milling pattern
All
that
right.
we're doing.
Very nice.
I've also got an incredibly rough random prototype knife.
Oh.
Ooh, that must be it.
Yes.
Dude.
So lots going to change about this.
What?
But I just wanted to bring something a little different.
What? What? Oh, look, let's be honest, though, guys. This is going to be so wildly popular that the vast majority of people will not be able to get their hands on it. Before we continue, I've been missing stuff in the chat. So first and foremost, shout out to Bluetooth Blades for the $5 super.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Blue, thank you, man. I appreciate you. He says, our UPS leaves packages on the front porch, then leaves no knocking, no doorbell. As someone with very, very, like, my dogs have PTSD from living in the city, you know, in condos and stuff. I'm okay if they don't knock because I pay attention to my tracking numbers. So I know when they're delivered. I don't need them to knock because when they knock, the dogs go off. And then when the dogs go off, it wakes up our toddler from her nap. So I'm okay. I'm okay if they do that. If they like just leave the package instead of like leaving the trauma in their wake. Thanks for the $5 super, Blue. I appreciate you, man. Hey, shout out to Neil McKenzie, who's been a channel member, who's been a Spartan for 14 months.
This is Sparta!
Neil, good to see you, man. Thanks for riding with the channel for over a year for 14 months. Dang. All right. Cat Scratch says, Rollshambo, have you seen the Mojave with the bushing? No. I have no idea how they would manage to make the action any better than it currently is. I have the machinist proof version, which is like their first run, and they did those with the skiff bearings. And I gotta say, like, the action feels incredible. I don't know how they could improve on that. That's like handing the Mona Lisa to someone and saying, improve on this painting. That's how I feel about the action on the Mojave. So I don't know how they would make that any better. Maybe it would just be different, but equally good. Because in my opinion, like the top of the action that I've ever felt on a knife is the Mojave. But I'm really interested. I'm also really interested in this.
For the show, so this is a compression lock.
Beautiful. And do you know the name for this yet?
It's probably going to be the Lincoln. Stick with the dead president's
Yes.
name here. So I'll show you the fixed blade that we just started making.
Okay.
This is a scrap one, so we sold all the ones we had at the show.
Okay.
But it's an exact size copy of our.
Look at that. He's like, oh, it's a scrap one. Looks great. Stop it. Scrap one. That's not a scrap one. Oh, it's a factory seconds. Right.
Our standard Roosevelt, and it's actually almost the exact same weight.
Wow.
Because we skeletonize underneath this G10 handle.
That's very cool.
Like crazy. One of the things that's really cool about it is the sheath. We put a lot of time into this.
Sure.
So
Back to the compression
this,
lock.
You can slide this up and tighten it down to give you more.
Why are we talking about the fixed blade? I like we
That
care about the
wears
compression
out,
lock.
you can adjust it
He
later down the
touched
road.
on it.
A lot
That is a crime.
So that was the hottest thing. We still have some XLs
No.
that are available.
The hottest thing is
I'll
the
show you a
compression
couple of
lock.
the cool ones.
Stop it. Stop. Okay, well, the point here is that now we've seen it, okay? Now we've seen it. The Oz Machine Company Roosevelt is a knife that's on my grail list. My biggest issue with it, and the reason why I don't have one yet, and I have other knives like this one, is because I've always felt like the Oz Roosevelt was overpriced. It's still on my list. I still plan on buying one. But I'm so freaking salty about the price. A compression lock one, however, man, that compression lock one looks great. It's a prototype, so we don't know if they're going to continue on with what I was assuming was G10 handle scales. I hope not. Or if they do, that they make it less expensive and more widely available. Personal opinion there. Ginger Fisher says, shouldn't Lincoln have a hole? Shouldn't Lincoln have a hole through it? I see what you did there, and I appreciate the dark humor. Man, that's killing me. Ginger Fisher 75. What's up, man? What an entrance. What an entrance. All right. Let me see. Let's get back. Luke, what's up, Luke? He says, do you have a Protean? No. Also on my list. I'm signed up for the newsletter, and even when I don't have the funds, I will always try to see if it's even possible to get in on the drop, because it seems like every Sunday or every other Sunday or a couple Sundays a month, Prince Customs does a Protean drop. And every single time I've even attempted to see, just to see if I wanted to, no. They're a very small batch, and I never ever get in on them. They did a release on Knife Joy, I think, and I tried that one too. Also couldn't get in on it. It's kind of depressing. So no, I don't have a Protean. It's on the list though, so don't be surprised if you see one on the channel this year. All right, hold on. This skipped to 30 minutes. It was a 15-minute video. Lone Star says short-bladed, full-handled fixed blades is the way for 2025. EDC fixed blades are great. Larry says it's hard enough to get an Oz now. I was lucky enough on Friday to score a standard Rosie. Thanks to the early bird pass. Congrats, man. Congrats on the Grail pickup. Henry G says, my dog is better than the ring bell, and UPS never rings and only sends a picture of package on the doorstep. I'm okay if they don't ring. It upsets my dog, which upsets the toddler, which upsets my wife, and that's what upsets me. It's the domino effect. Okay? So I'm okay without the domino effect. I'd much rather get to my package late. Dave says the fixed blade was $350. Still expensive. Not surprised. I'm actually I take that back. I'm kind of surprised they didn't shoot for more. I could totally see them being like, it's $500. And people would still buy it, probably. What's up, Dolomite? Kim says, I got a Hoghouse Valley. That knife is absolutely flawless. Ooh. They recently did the pre-orders, right? For the book spots. The thing that, like, I looked at the Hoghouses, and because they're a foreign maker, right? They're coming from a different country. They're having the buyer not only pay the high price, but also the VAT tax, aka the tariffs when they land. That's not, like, I get it, but at the same time, I don't agree with it. I saw that because I was excited. I was like, ooh, should I try to make this happen? Because I had my eye on both a Veli and a Model T, and I was this close. And then I saw that, I was like, you know what? I could probably pay that, but that's annoying. Having to pay a fee, not knowing what it's going to be until it lands. And then, you know, like there's something about that process that just rubbed me the wrong way. Like I totally understand when people do that, because they make some incredible looking knives. But that, I saw that and it bothered me. Bluetooth Blade says I want a half face folder, like half face blades. Let's see here. Are we talking about half face blades? I've had my eye on half face blades for a while. If we're talking half face blades, the owner of half face blades is a guy that's been in Hollywood. He's played in movies, and he's also a former Navy SEAL. He's actually a very famous guy. This guy right here, Andrew Arabito. If you didn't know, now you know. I believe, and I have very strong suspicions that his folders are made for him by Dead Reckon. Dead Reckon Knives, I think, do his folders. I like 99% certain. The one that I've had my eye on for a while, and I know people are going to hate me for this because people just love to hate on retention rings, has been this one. It's an integral, hear me out, it's an integral or an integral, however you want to say it, button lock on roller bearings. USA made, but not USA made by them. That's just their design. They have it made by a third party, which they do not disclose. Dead Reckon also did not disclose who they did OEM work for, but in this case, I'm pretty positive that it was half face blades. Anyways, this has been one that I've wanted for a hot minute. $500. That thumb stud looks uncomfortable as hell. One of the clues you have that this is actually made by Dead Reckon is that button. That button is almost a dead giveaway, dude. It's called the SHPOS. It's a very explicit acronym. But they have other ones too. The disaster folder. I'm telling you, look at that button and tell me that that isn't Dead Reckon work all day. Oh, 7075 aluminum. Yep. I'm telling you, I am positive that Dead Reckon is, of course, the OEM behind half face blades folders. Not their fixed blades, their folders. Their fixed blades, I believe they do in-house. Pretty positive. Then there's this guy, the Crow folder. Yeah, I'm telling you, I know this. I know this. What about their fixed blades? Show me a fixed blade. Their fixed blades are, I'm actually a bit more interested in their fixed blades. I'm starting to really get interested in EDC size fixed blades, and I can't help it. Now let's look at this one. I know they do their fixed blades in-house. 6.9 inches overall, 2.8 inch blade. S45 VN American steel. I love how they specified American steel. Oh, man. But yeah, that's interesting to me. Lone Star says, Knife Center drama, you can only access website from US IP address. Yes, I know you can use VPN, but it's too slow. They still send me the newsletter I can do. Interesting. Jim says Dead Reckon for sure. I'm positive. I am positive, man. Jim says Dead Reckon materials too. Absolutely. The finish, like the finish looks like Dead Reckon. The way they do an integral button lock is identical. And Dead Reckon is the only company that I know of ever, out of all the knife companies that I've seen, that it has done an integral button lock with roller bearings. Also, the verbiage that they use is the same. Dead Reckon also calls it a monolithic design instead of integral. They call it monolithic. There's no way. There's no way. The Skaha is a flipper sub $300 you can buy, not CRK like at all. Try one and thank me later. The Skaha is on my list. Louis, what's up? Louis says I just ordered another Steve Kalari custom fixed blade and a Sparrow Strix. Very nice. Ed B says, was my 18th membership post snubbed? What? I missed it. Shouldn't have been snubbed. What's up, Ed B? Let's scroll back up here for a sec. I don't see. Oh, wait. There it is. 18 months. 18 months. 18 months.
This is Sparta!
Ed, 18 months. Listen, I did not move with a single box of raisins. They all magically disappeared in the move. If I had one, I would enjoy a celebratory raisin with you, even though I hate raisins. That's how much I appreciate how long you've been riding with the channel. For his 18-month anniversary, Ed B says, Rollshambo, you sexy bitch. I don't curse for anybody, but I'll curse for you. Ed, thanks for riding with the channel for 18 months. One of the longest standing channel members. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. And thanks for calling that out. I can't believe I missed that. That's what happens when I get into these monologues. I just miss stuff. All right. Ed B says, you've been snubbing me way too much lately. I'm sorry, man. It's not intentional. I miss stuff. It's because I'm slow and I'm easily distracted by the sharp and shiny. Definitely not intentional. What's up, Ryan Ellis? Thanks for being a channel member. Jim says that lock is exclusive to Dead Reckon. I mean, there's no way. Okay, so for those who don't know what we're talking about, let me pull it up here. I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. This is what Jim and I are talking about. I'm going to pull this up. So this is the lock, right? This is the button, right? Take a good look at that oblong random shape. Okay. Now, we're going to go to Dead Reckon Knives. Is it deadreckonknives.com? Look at that. Oh. Nobody else does that. Nobody else. Now, let's check out some of the design language. Looking kind of that is Rex RB. Wait, okay. Let's see. Oh, nope, they do call it an integral. Anyways, guys, there's no way. Dead Reckon is very like hush hush about who they've done OEM work for. When they hit the market, they're like, we've done OEM work for other companies. So we're not new at this. We're just making our own knives now, branded by ourselves. And they didn't tell anybody who they made knives for. There's no way that it's not half base blades. But now we know. Tom Cook says, is there something special you need to do where YouTube posts your month milestones within the channel? I believe you can go down. I'm not sure what it's like. It depends on if you're using the app or you're on a computer or you're on a television. You can, I'm not a channel member of my own channel. So I believe if you go down to where it has like the super chats and stuff on your screen, there should be an option for you to do your monthly membership shout out, I believe. All right. All right. John B says, is the Skaha a liner lock? I believe so. Why would anyone pay $300 for a liner lock? The least durable lock available. It's not the least durable lock available. Liner locks are not necessarily, like, whether or not something is a liner lock or a button lock or whatever kind of locker is not an indicator of like cost. Some truly premium, expensive custom knives and high-end knives are liner lock knives. It is. Liner locks are not necessarily like super high as far as like weight bearing capabilities. Neither are button locks, like regular plunge locks. That being said, hear me out. For everyday cutting tasks, most frame locks, for example, are overkill. Most people are not going to need the amount of strength that you can get out of a frame lock. Most people are not going to need the amount of strength that you can get out of a compression lock. If what you're doing is what most people use a folding knife for, like how much sturdier do you need it? Now, that said, people love knowing what their knives are capable of. Just like the old man who drives a Ferrari at, 10 miles an hour under the speed limit. Some of you guys match that description. Some of you guys roll around in the Corvettes, taking off the young people in traffic. Like, look at my super fast car that I can afford, but you can't afford, but I can afford. But I'm not going to drive it very fast. That's going to be me. I'm going to be this 65, 70-year-old man in a sports car driving way under the speed limit. Just watch. Anyways, there are some truly expensive liner lock knives out there. Truly expensive. Anyways, John B says, our construction doing my regular cutting tasks have had 2 liner locks fail on me. See, but that's different. Most people are not like, I wouldn't say that that's an EDC. Like, I would not, if I worked construction, I would not use a liner lock. I would use something like the ball bearing lock on the Manix 2. I would use something like the crossbar lock on a benchmade. Even though I'm not the biggest benchmade fan, I will say this, the crossbar lock that benchmade makes is very, very strong. I would do something like a benchmade Adamas. I would use a shark lock. The Demko 8020 shark lock on those are going to be fantastic. The super lock on the Vision knives, or all of the Snex knives, that would be awesome. Backlock is super strong. That would be awesome too. For most people though, unless you're using it for work in construction, I would say that for most people's use case scenarios, a liner lock is going to be fine. You're not going to have an issue with the liner locks like sliding through the latest Amazon box that you need to destroy. Going through something like drywall, your mileage may vary. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. That would be the perfect knife for working construction. If you need it to last, like you're punching through drywall, or you're doing something more hardcore like that, absolutely. Jaeger says construction probably have a heavy hitter than a utility blade. I mean, the nice thing about utility blades is that they're cheap and easy to replace. I would venture to say that for most people who hang drywall, the Milwaukee Fastback is probably a staple. People working in construction absolutely love the Milwaukee Fastback. I love making fun of them, but it's true. And it's true because they're just really good cutting tools, right? But for my EDC, like for me, like even today I carried this guy. Like this was the MVP of my move right here. Like this isn't super, like I wouldn't take this to the construction site, but it has an extra, like you can fully lock this out, replace the blade super easily, titanium handle scales. Like this would get the job done. But the best part about a utility blade on a construction site is that when you break it or when you kill the edge, you don't have to like spend a whole lot of money to replace that cutting edge, right? Sierra Rick says, if you're doing serious cutting, get a small fixie. Yeah. Get something like this. Love this. This did some serious work during my move as well. This went through a lot of cardboard. Shout out to Melissa Backwoods and T-Kel for sending this my way. the worn EDC, fantastic. I might remove the retention ring handle. The reason why I haven't is because with the Scorpion scale, I've already tried it with the Scorpion scale. It's only a 3-finger grip for me, which I mean is fine. It's fine. I do like getting a full grip though, which is why I haven't changed out the handle yet. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and call it a day. We're going to call it a day. It's been a long week, but I appreciate each and every one of you who tuned into the live stream. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. We're back. In case you didn't know, we're back every Wednesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you want to chat with me, if you want to hang out and see pocket checks, if you want to chop it up, the best place to do that is the Only Spartans Discord. Channel members, you are welcome in the Only Spartans Discord. So that's where I'm going to be. The next time we go live will be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Mountain, which is 10 p.m. Eastern, which is 9 p.m. Central, which is 7 p.m. Pacific. For those of you in the Only Spartans Discord, I'll see you soon. For everybody else, we'll see you later.